Let's in the meantime talk about the departure statement of the Prime Minister right ahead of his visit to the United States of America. And I'm quickly going to quote some excerpts from that statement on what he's been saying that he is looking forward to when it comes to participating in the Quad Summit being hosted by President Biden in his hometown. And he will also be addressing the Summit of the Future at the UNGA in New York. Let me straight away go across to Rishabh now. Rishabh, good morning. Early morning pictures coming in of the Prime Minister as he departs for the United States of America, with also a departure statement that has been released.
Well, definitely, Prime Minister has embarked on a 3-day visit to the United States, and he has left national capital New Delhi earlier this morning. Now, as per the departure statement that has come in from the Prime Minister talks about Quad, its importance, and how the grouping of India, US, Australia, and Japan is very important when it comes to Indo-Pacific and free world. Apart from that, Prime Minister also talks about his excitement to be among the Indian diaspora in the United States. Remember, India and US have been very close, and one of the major reasons for the closeness, the diplomacy, the edge that India have in this relationship is because of Indian diaspora, which is A, very strong, B, very well established between both the countries. Apart from that, he also talks about the Summit of Futures and how he look forward to talk about the way India looks at the development in the future. Remember, Prime Minister, when he was in Dubai in December last year, he had also proposed the COP summit in New Delhi in 2028. And when Prime Minister will be speaking at the Summit of Future, he'll be setting tone for that as well.
Well, that's been the departure statement that has been given by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. As far as Rishabh, the meetings that are concerned, of course, we just detailed out the Prime Minister's 3-day visit. It's going to be a power-packed one. First, meeting with the United States President. Then he has meeting with many of the world leaders, as well as far as when it comes to business leaders, the Indian diaspora, and of course, the address at the UN.
We can confirm to our viewers that in Delaware there is going to be multiple bilateral meetings as well. Prime Minister is scheduled to meet US President Joe Biden as well as his counterparts from Australia and Japan separately, and then also for the Quad Summit. And that is something that we can expect today in Delaware, where these 4 leaders are converging to attend the 4th in-person Quad Summit. Remember, the summit was expected to happen in India in January this year, but because of unforeseen circumstances, this meeting could not happen, and now the United States has decided that it will hold this summit, and India in turn will hold the next summit here in New Delhi. So, that is something that is very important to look forward to. Remember, 2 leaders from this grouping, Joe Biden and Fumio Kishida of Japan, both of them would be leaving their respective positions shortly, while Joe Biden, who will be moving out of White House after these elections, given that he is not contesting for the presidential race, and either Kamala Harris from the Democratic Party or Donald Trump from the Republican will take over from him. Fumio Kishida has decided to step down, and intra-party elections are scheduled next week in Japan. So both these leaders will be moving out. So in a way, this is also a farewell for the 2 leaders, and Prime Minister has already spoken, and India has already spoken, that we will give a befitting farewell to Joe Biden, given
so the Prime Minister saying in his departure statement that he is also looking forward to engage with the Indian diaspora and important American business leaders who are key stakeholders and provide vibrancy to the unique partnership between the largest and the oldest democracies of the world.